What's going on, guys? It's Nate and welcome to Beer Pressure. Now, I post videos every Wednesday, so go ahead and subscribe so you won't miss any of the action. And as always, feel free to comment down below with something you'd like to see featured on the channel next. Without further ado, let's get into it. Look, I don't think I'm alone when I say it's been a long year. And at this point, with it coming to a close, I'm in need of a pick-me-up. So today, we're going to be taking a look at some coffee stouts. Not sure what to expect from these guys. We got a variety of brewers. We're going to put them head to head, and I'm not going to explain too much on the front end. So let's get to that first beer. I thought it would be appropriate if today we drink out of some coffee mugs instead of the typical beer pint. And yes, there is beer in here. I'm just getting into that cozy feel. So to start off our list, we got the Java Latte Cold Brew Milk Stout. Nailed it, right? So this is based out of Pennsylvania. The brewer is based out of Pennsylvania. And I was reading the can here, it's got lactose. And as I did with the peanut butter stouts, lactose is going to be a lot creamier, smoother. I've been thinking about what to say about coffee stouts because it smells sweet. It smells a little creamer. Sorry, getting sidetracked. But the reason I've been kind of wondering what to say is because a lot of stouts, the way they're brewed with the malts and stuff like that, they typically have that coffee underlying note. So I'm hoping that these beers are very much like coffee forward flavor. And let's go for it. Let's see. All right. So on par with the smell, this one is a little bit sweeter. It's more sweet than bitter. Like I get that. Whoa, hold on. Yeah, okay. So I had to stop there for a second because as I was drinking it, the front flavors are kind of sweet. And then as I was kind of talking and like my breath is going out, I'm getting a lot of the roasted coffee coming in afterwards. And I wouldn't mind this in the morning. Obviously sometimes that's frowned upon to enjoy an adult beverage in the morning. Ooh, man, they did pretty well. So a few of these are Imperial Stouts, and this is one of them. And the Imperial Stout is going to be stronger than your average stout. This one, I'm pretty sure almost all these beers come in at a little bit above 8% alcohol. So you can expect there's going to be a little bit more bite. So this is a limited release beer, and I did a little research on it. Fun fact is, Victory Brewing, they actually produce their milk stout, and when it's almost done, then they run it through actual coffee grounds. So, I mean, what better way to make a coffee stout than actually run it through coffee grounds? But again, it's a little bit sweeter than I was going to expect with our first coffee stout. So I'm not sure about the other three. I guess I'll get into those, but I'm not sure if they use actual coffee grounds or whatever kind of brewing process mixing coffee in it. So this is a great start, and I'm excited to see what's next. Next up, we got Pizza Port Brewing Company Bacon and Eggs. Man, these stouts have long names. All right, Bacon and Eggs. That's a pretty creative can there. I'm enjoying that quite a bit. So Pizza Port Brewing is based out of California, Southern California. So let's go in for a cup of joe. Wow, this one smells chocolatey. This one smells sweeter than this one over here. Oh, a lot sweeter. Interesting. This one smells like straight up coffee, like a mocha. Huh. Whoa, okay. I need to read this can here. Bear with me. Okay, so they also use coffee in there as well. Dang, they did good. This is good. Sorry, I know I'm not really speaking too much about it. This is good. So it definitely has a lot of mocha flavor, and it's weird, neither of these beers taste like beer. Like if I was out for breakfast and someone served me this, I would not think it was beer. That is a dangerous game they're playing right here. That's probably the best Okay, so obviously chocolate, if you're a chocolate fan, chocolate and coffee go very well together. This beer, I'm gonna have to make a little bit of a trip. And again, 8% alcohol, it's an imperial stout, but it's sweet. And if you're not into sweet beers, I don't know if you would necessarily like this, but the thing is, like, I just licked the cup there. The thing is like, there's a little bit of a bitterness to it. And I'm a big coffee head, you know, whether it's in the morning or, I mean now, I'm gonna have it in the evening. Work long, hard day, come home. I wonder if there's caffeine in these, because if so, by the end of this, we're gonna be a little jittery. So if as we continue on, I start talking faster and being more interactive, probably a good thing, but maybe I'm just getting jacked up. Maybe it's all in my head. Could be. Okay, so I'm getting more, it's very mocha-y. It's not like so much forefront, just like straight coffee beans flavor. They, like I said, they brew with real beans, but I'm getting a lot of the chocolatiness. And so this is, oh man. I mean, they're two fundamentally different beers. This one, creamier. The mouth feels a lot creamier, smoother, which is probably the lactose in it. But this one, tasty. If you don't like mocha, go that route. If you do like mocha, you might want to check this bad boy out. I'm not sure, but if I remember correctly from what I was reading, this is actually also only a limited release. I'm trying to see if it says it on here. Biscuit notes. I'm not sure, but check it out. Try to get your hands on this. If you have any stores by you that offer like the create your own 6-pack, that's what I've been doing. You know, that's what I do. I'll get my select beers that are similar and put them head to head. But for right now, we're gonna scooch this boy over and we're gonna put bacon and eggs at the top of the list. Let's keep our breakfast moving. Keeping our breakfast journey moving ahead, we have Founder's Breakfast Stout. This is a double chocolate, oh let's go. Double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. So again with the names, man. And before I get into this one, so each pour I've done, the Victory beer, that one was like the thickest foam. Like when I poured it, it was super foamy and it was like sticky foam. I mean, it's calmed down now. But like this one right now has no foam. This one has still a little bit, and then this fresh poured one, a little bit. That was a great pour, I know. So this is an oat stout, and one of my favorite beers for a while was an IPA. It was a IPA that was brewed with oats. I don't know, something about the oat beers. Like maybe I'm gonna get into those, but it's super. There's something like pretty tasty about it. I'm definitely getting chocolate. They're so different. It's so, I mean, having similar style beers is pretty awesome because you never really think about how different each brewer is. They all bring their own, you know, kind of unique taste to the table. Okay, it's always in the aftertaste. I don't know. I wonder if there's like a grammatically correct word for like the taste that comes after you drink the beer, or if it's just aftertaste. Because this one, living up to the name, it's very chocolatey right off the top. Very chocolatey, but then as it kind of sits and I kind of talk and the breaths kind of come out, I get just the coffee burst. Coffee lovers. I'm gonna read. Don't mind me. I know this is pretty professional. Imported chocolates and brewed with 2 types of coffee. So I mean, I should have checked it out before I got into it, but so far all 3 of these beers have been brewed with actual coffee. And I guess I should have expected that. I'm not sure really, but because I mean, how else are you gonna get such strong flavors? Because so far, like they're all uniquely different, but they're all very strong in like the coffee flavor. So they're living up to the names. They're doing a great job. It's interesting. They're all over 8% alcohol, which you'd expect super bitterness, but they're very like flavor forward so far. I got this one next, we'll see. But I mean, I've dabbled in imperial stouts before, and it's not always something that you could really like drink a lot of, because again, you're getting a lot of the alcohol flavor. But there's something about what these brewers are doing, and hear me on this. There's something about the way that coffee tastes, like natural coffee tastes. It's kind of like how beer tastes, like it's super bitter. Like I don't know a lot of people who drink coffee just straight. And so these beers have capitalized on the bitterness from beer and mixed in some like coffee adjacent flavors, you know, mocha. That's pretty much been mocha, what it's been so far. And it makes for a really good kind of journey in your mouth. I hope that makes sense. Thanks for letting me get deep right there. But I don't know. I wasn't like overly, I enjoy coffee, but I wasn't overly excited to try these because I was like, oh, they're all strong. They're probably gonna be super bitter. They're probably gonna taste like just super bitter beer. But the mixing of the flavors that go with coffee, these guys are onto something. What can I say? Yum. Finishing up our journey, we have Sokovesa, no, so, what? Oh, am I wrong? Sokovesa. So next up we have Sokovesa from Stone Brewing, and that's a pretty decent looking can right there with the upside down. Might see some more of those in the future, if you know what I mean. Stay tuned. So we have the Sokovesa, and this is Stone Brewing's. It says Imperial Stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate. So there are coffee. It is also kind of a coffee, so it's more of a mocha type going on. Mexican chocolate. So if you've seen my peanut butter stouts video, one of them was a Mexican chocolate peanut butter stout, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it, I'll be honest. So let's see how this redemption round does. Let's see if because a lot of what was in it, and the Mexican chocolate is very cinnamon based, and so that didn't really go, for me personally, it didn't really go with the peanut butter. This is coffee. I've had cinnamon coffee before. It sounds weird, but it's pretty phenomenal, okay? And I say that word a lot. I don't really say it a lot in real life. What? Wow, okay, wow. Yeah, all right. So the Mexican chocolate has definitely, as far as beers go, redeemed itself. This beer is sweet and bitter, like you would expect from a coffee stout, like I've been talking about. But the cinnamon, it plays a different role. It does something different. Oh man, that's really good. That's probably my favorite so far. Dang, save the best for last. So again, chocolatey, and the coffee comes kind of late in it, but that cinnamon plays such a crazy factor in it. It's just like, it's hard to explain. It's a lot going on. It's like a party in the mouth for sure. But this, you know what I've learned from doing this channel so far is like those more exotic type flavors that you wouldn't expect to be like that great. Because I mean, for me, like I said, I already knew from having peanut butter with the Mexican chocolate, like the cinnamony chocolate, I wasn't like the biggest fan. So I was like, oh, this might be okay. We'll check it out. But this is good. This would be my choice to drink out of all these so far. And that chocolatey cinnamon, like as far as paired with coffee, like it just plays a role that it's not like overly sweet and it's not overly bitter. It's just like that perfect like chemistry in the mouth that makes me want to keep drinking it. And so, like I said, it is, oh man, I gotta read this upside down. Yeah. Inspired by Mexican hot chocolate. I gotta try one of those. As far as coffee flavors, it's not as strong in the coffee flavor. Again, it comes late. All these kind of the coffee flavor comes late. But I think this one, as far as coffee flavors go, it's more like muted. But I'm still gonna do it. I'm still gonna scooch them all down. And I don't want to say that this is the worst one. We'll check that out. I'll scooch them down. I'll put this up top. And I'm gonna continue to enjoy this as the night goes. Well, I think I'm a little bit more energized than when we started. And to be honest, I'm ready to head into the new year. I'm not necessarily like happy with this ranking, so I just kind of want to run through it real quick and see. And again, I've done a couple of rankings before on this channel, but I'm not saying like, oh, this beer sucks, this one, you know what I mean? It's like, these are all pretty good. And this one I kind of placed up there by accident. So I'm gonna run through it real quick. Bear with me, we'll have a couple moments of silence. I'm just gonna jam through and I'm gonna reorganize and we're gonna see what's going on. So give me one moment. Maybe I need a palate cleanser. Coffee is a palate cleanser. Founders. Good, chocolatey, a little bit bitter. Okay. Victory, not as much chocolate, more coffee forward. Smoother, got that lactose making it smoother. Okay. Ooh, very much coffee afterwards. Yeah, pizza pork, bacon and eggs. That's good. Okay. Give me a moment. Yeah, that one's just the most like unique out of all these. So check it out, Stone Brewing. We already went over the name. We're gonna leave it at that. So the only thing I'd probably switch is these two. Just because maybe it's just, I think that's just my bias. You know, I like the chocolate mixed up with the coffee. I like the mocha flavor. This one, there's some notes of chocolate, but not nearly as much as these two. I'm happy with it. I enjoyed this, guys. And whether it's day or night, enjoy responsibly.